Hi, welcome to Living Your Limitless Life. I'm Kayleigh Kennedy, business and mindset coach, mom, and your no BS guide to breaking through the stories holding you back. This podcast is your space to get real, get inspired, and get moving. Each week, I'll share the mindset shifts, strategies, and stories that have helped me and my clients build lives and businesses that feel as good as they look. If you're ready to stop playing small and start living big, you're in the right place. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to Living Your Limitless Life. I'm Kayleigh Kennedy, and we are continuing on the series of beliefs that you are going to want to shift and bring with you into 2026 and beyond. Because like I keep saying, if you've been listening to these episodes, it's not new year, new you. It's a new year upgraded belief system. So this mini series of podcast episodes to finish the first season of this podcast is all about sharing some of the beliefs that I've been adopting for myself over the years that have changed every aspect of my life and business. And I want to gift those to you this season. It's funny because I used to have a mentor that basically told me in order to achieve my goals, I had to completely burn down my identity and start from scratch and recreate who I was. And that kind of forced me to do is step into someone else's version of success or someone else's idea of who you had to become to be successful. You don't need to do that. You don't need to burn down who you are and recreate who you are. You just need to shift your beliefs to something that aligns more with who you are becoming. Because who you are becoming is actually who you already are. You've just been gathering beliefs up for your entire life that likely don't support the life and the business that you want to grow, and the things that you want to achieve. So you already are that person. It's just realigning those beliefs with your truth. We spend our entire lives learning ways that we feel like we should be, learning expectations. And what if it wasn't about learning so much as unlearning and relearning? Today, I want to share 3 more beliefs with you that have completely shifted the way that I approach my life, my business, motherhood, and personal development. And these are ones that I wish more people talked about because, in my opinion, these beliefs do create real freedom. So let's dive in, shall we? Belief number 1 that I want to share with you today. I make my own rules. You make your own rules. This might be one of the most liberating beliefs of all, because what works for one person doesn't always work for another. Just like the story I shared about the idea that I had to completely burn myself down and recreate myself in someone else's image of success. Personal development is not a one-size-fits-all. It never has been. I've had a lot of coaches who've told me it has to be this way or it has to be that way. You shift your beliefs by doing affirmations and you have to write it 100 times in the morning and 100 times at night. There are so many tools to use, but they don't fit in for everyone. So what are the tools that feel most aligned for you? And then use those tools. So what I do with my clients is I have them try a bunch of tools on and see which ones fit. Now, some of these tools may not fit in every season. Tools that I had used a couple years ago, before my son got sick, before life started really lifing, those tools look different now. And that's okay. There's no right way to grow. There's no correct routine. There's no one acceptable structure for success. I used to believe that in order to be successful, I had to wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, that I had to do a morning routine in a very particular way, and that it had to be journaling and meditation and studying and reading and, the list goes on. But that was what I was told from environments that I was in. This is how successful people operate. This is what you must do. This is the system. Sometimes it worked for me, sometimes it didn't. But instead of actually listening in to myself and what I needed, I just shoulded all over myself. Oh, I would feel guilty if I wasn't able to get up in the morning and do my morning routine. Well, I've been able to shift my morning routine so it works for me no matter what season of my life I'm in. Sometimes that does look like waking up at 6 a.m. and reading and journaling and meditating. And other times it just looks like a 5 to 10 minute grounding and listening to my goals and doing some reflection as like walking in silence, or it doesn't have to be like one certain structure. In the show notes, I do offer a limitless morning routine, which are a bunch of different routines and things that I've adopted over the years that I've been able to play around with and find the ways that work best for me in those habits. So I definitely recommend to check those out if you are looking to incorporate some routines. But I also mention in that workbook is don't start with all of them, because if you're starting from 0 and going to 10, you're going to overwhelm yourself. But pick the ones that work best for you and the ones that work best for your lifestyle, and add other ones in and figure out how it works. Sometimes my morning routine happens in the afternoon, and that's okay too. I find anytime that we think we should be doing this or we should be doing that, that is when we're shooting on ourselves. That is when we're trying to live up to someone else's expectations or ideas for what worked for them, essentially. Who made these rules? I think it's amazing that so many people are sharing the things that worked for them. And that's what I'm doing here. And that's what I do with my clients. I share the things that worked for me. But you got to figure out what will work for you, because who made the fucking rules? You get to make the rules. You do. The moment I gave myself permission to stop shooting on myself and actually figured out what works for me, and learn how to pivot what works for me in different seasons of my life, everything shifted for me. Sometimes I wake up early, sometimes I don't. Sometimes that morning routine is elaborate, and sometimes it is just 5 minutes of breathing and connecting to myself and my goals before I get the kids out of bed. I'm still successful and I'm grounded and I'm aligned, and I've learned the routines that my nervous system needs, not someone else's. So this belief is giving you permission to be flexible and giving you permission to see where you're shitting on yourself and to really go inward and figure out what works for me. It is not a one size fits all. There is not one way to do something. Stop forcing yourself into strategies or routines or habits that don't fit for you. When you stop following someone else's blueprint and start creating and then following your own, you stop battling with yourself and start building alignment. You make the rules. I'm here to offer a whole bunch of suggestions so that you can figure out what works for you. Belief number 2, I can achieve my goals with ease. And I love this belief because it instantly changes the complete energy around goal setting. Now, I want you to notice something. I didn't say your goals will be easy, but I said you can achieve them with ease. And these are two very different things. I used to hear coaches saying, oh, it gets to be easy, it gets to be easy, it gets to be easy. And that actually really messed me up, to be honest, because I felt like I was doing too much or I wasn't doing enough, or like, again, who makes the fucking rules? But then I started to realize that what if I got to do them with ease? And that with ease was really about my energy, my attitude, and my mindset. And a lot of it was what I just shared in the first belief here. So when I'm working with my clients and I get them to write out their goal card or their statement, I always suggest that they write with ease at the end. Because ease is a state of being, and it's not a description of external circumstances. So whether you have financial goals, personal goals, health goals, relationship goals, what if the achievement of that goal could feel easeful? Something can still stretch you and feel aligned. Things can challenge you and push you outside of your comfort zone, but you can still feel grounded. Your goals are going to require effort, but that effort can still feel easeful. It's just a state. It's just mindset. This is the work that I do. This is how I support people. Ease is allowing support. It's trusting the process. It's not forcing, it's not gripping, it's not panicking, it's not pushing, it's not pulling, it's not coming from fear. It's getting out of your own way. And when you set your goals with the intention of achieving them with ease, you're saying things like, I'm willing to expand, but I don't have to self-destruct to get there. Or I can fully show up and I don't have to burn myself to the ground to do so. Or I can grow without chaos. This belief opens the door for more aligned action, for more clarity, more flow, and results that feel easy. But you're going to be doing some work to get there. You're not trying to white knuckle your way to your goal. You're allowing the path to unfold in ways that work with you, not against you. One thing I ask my clients and I share when I do some goal setting work is when you don't set the intention of how you want to feel when you achieve the goal, oftentimes subconsciously what you're bringing in is burnout and overwhelm and all of that extra stuff. So if you set the intention that, oh, I get to achieve that goal with ease, then you can catch yourself when you might be going back into old habits of burnout, overworking, hustle, and grind. Ease is the antidote of hustle culture. It's the frequency of sustainable success, and it is the vibration of someone who trusts themselves and who trusts the journey. Belief number 3. I get to build a business that is rooted in joy. Joy is medicine. Joy is expansion. Joy increases your capacity to receive, and joy keeps you in alignment of who you are at your core. If you really think of what is the vibration of joy, it is pure and it is a high vibration. It's not a lot of energy. It's like this peace, this inner joy is like a glow. I want more people, especially leaders, especially entrepreneurs, especially high achievers or high performers, to start prioritizing joy again, to make joy part of your strategy. Joy is not a distraction. It is a direction. It is a direction back to yourself. It is a direction back to your heart. It is a direction back to the things that light you up. Oftentimes when my clients are in busier seasons of business, these are the things that I'll have them do is go do something that brings you joy. Go do something that fills your cup. And sometimes what I hear is, but I'm too busy. You're not too busy to have a 5-minute dance party. You're not too busy to go for a walk. You're not too busy to play a sport that you like or just like take an hour out of your day to go do something that fills you up. It's actually going to make you more productive. Watching my kids experience life with joy and curiosity in literally everything they do has been one of the greatest reminders, especially this time of year. We're coming up on Christmas, and seeing the magic of Christmas and the decorations and the lights through my children's eyes reminds me to be more deeply rooted in joy. The smallest things in life light my children up. They explore, they play, they ask way too many questions. They laugh, they imagine, they're curious. They don't give a shit what other people think. They just show up in their truth, having a blast. Like, we get to do that too. And who said we can't build that into our business? I don't know about you, but I would rather spend more time and invest in coaches who are joyful and they're fun. Like, I want to be around fun people. I want to be around people who I can have great conversations with, interesting conversations with, where we can still laugh and make jokes and be silly, but also we're doing big, amazing things. Why do we need to take ourselves so seriously all the time? Why do we act like success requires rigidity or seriousness all the time? You know, there's a time and a place for refinement, and there's a time and a place for joy. You can harmonize both within your business. Why do we believe that we have to tone down parts of ourselves that are fun and alive, because those parts are also magnetic. People are drawn to that. People love being around me because I'm funny, I bring joy, I have amazing energy. And for a long time, I didn't recognize that as actually part of my power. It's actually my gift. One of my old mentors told me I need to be more serious to be successful. That's bullshit, because that's not who I am. That's not who I'm meant to be. And I thank God every day that I didn't listen. I love to laugh. I love to play. I love to dance around. And I love to make business feel lighter, because there's a lot of things in life. And anyone who's been here for a while and knows my story, I felt some of that heaviness. Joyful energy creates connection, magnetism. It also creates safety for people, and it creates expansion. You are most powerful when you are most you. And I don't know anyone who doesn't like joy. I know a lot of people have forgotten how to tap into it. So what if that became part of you again? Joy is a part of who you are, and it's a part of what you get to bring into your business. It's not a distraction. What if it was strategy? Building a business rooted in joy is one of the most fulfilling things that you can do. So walk into 2026 knowing that you make your own rules, you can achieve your goals with ease, and your business can be rooted in joy. These beliefs free you, they expand you, they reconnect you with who you actually are, not who you were told to be. Next week, I'll be sharing the final segment of this mini series of beliefs that I hope you embrace into 2026 and beyond. It will also be the last episode of this first season of the Living Your Limitless Life podcast. And I hope that this podcast and this series are really setting you up for just a powerful new year, not new you, but more of who you are meant to be. If you're feeling this momentum, the shift inside you, I want to invite you to something truly special that I'm hosting from December 29th to December 31st, 2025. And it is a self-sabotage detox. It is happening live on Zoom. It is virtual. You can join from anywhere in the world. There will be replays if you can't be on all of the calls. And what this self-sabotage detox is it is your mindset cleanup, your energetic recalibration, and your chance to release patterns and beliefs that have been keeping you stuck so that you can walk into the new year and beyond with more clarity, confidence, and a new mental operating system. The detox is now live, so you can head over to KayleighKennedy.com/self-sabotage or head on over to my Instagram page at the Kayleigh Kennedy. If you are already on my email list, you would have received some invites for that. If not, you can head over to my website, KayleighKennedy.com, to join my email list. You can also scroll down to the show notes and sign up for my Limitless Daily Routine, which I was talking a little bit about in this episode as well, and make sure that you get access to anything that I release. I always share via my email list. So I cannot wait for this workshop. It is going to shift you, it's going to expand you, and it is going to help you step into 2026 as the most aligned version of you. Until next time, keep on living your limitless life.
Thanks for tuning in to Living Your Limitless Life. If you loved this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend. It would mean the world to me. Plus, it helps more people find my show, and we can create a bigger impact together. Until next time, keep dreaming big, taking bold action, and remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. See you next time.